1937. Him and my mother are brother and sister.
Oh, gosh, of course.
See, my grandparents had 11 kids. And Van was a lot younger than my mother, of course. Down here on the hill out of Fredonia, they built a track on the side hill. That's where Van and I both went down and started. We both built a couple of cars, went down there. And we had fun down there one year, and he come up with the idea, we ought to build it up there on the farm. And I'll be damned if we didn't. Get right at it next spring. They call it Weeks.
Weeks?
Track in Fredonia.
What was that track like?
Built on a side hill.
Was that right?
And two of the turns are down the foot of the hill. Flag was at the top of the hill, and it was a lot of fun. Nosbish Brothers had a junkyard there, and they built it right in front of that.
No kidding.
And it was just plowed in the dirt. And God, we used to have a lot of fun there.
Did it race many years, or was it?
No, just the 1 year.
When it came time to sort of lay out a track, how did you do it?
Stakes and done some measuring and laid it out just like it should have been. It was a nice little track. Cy Feeblecorn had the bulldozer, and Russ Burgess, he was in a lot of help too. Mm-hmm. They both worked together on it, and a lot of people involved helped out with it. Both ends were perfect, and the track was just about level. Mm-hmm. And it was a good little track to run on for a quarter mile.
Was there a grandstand?
Yeah. Between the first and fourth turn.
How many years did you race there?
4 there and 1 down on Weeks. I think 5 years there. And then it just takes so much of your time, and I was working construction on it through overtime, and you every night you got to be working on them.
Yeah.
If you want, and then go out and have fun for 2-3 hours, and after a while it slows you down after a while. Heil had he run Hudson, I run Studebaker, and we was always, of course, trying to outdo each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we pulled another track one time down there by Frewsburg.
Right.
Across from Nickel Hill up on the hill, somewhere up on top of that hill across from Nickel Inn. Okay. Oh, God, what a bunch of shit kickers down there we run into. The second turn was completely square. I'll never forget that. And there wasn't a thing down there to touch either one of us, so there, Hudson, Studebaker. They had a bunch of backyard junk.
So you did well down at Rock and Roll Speedway.
Was that the name of it? I forgot. It's been so long.
During that 4 years that you raced, who were some of the better drivers, the money guys?
Well, Art Howard had a good one. Jerry Youngberg was running it for him from downtown there. They're both dead and gone now. But then they had a fella come out of Hamburg one time. But come to find out, he wasn't running what he was supposed to be under the hood.
How did you find out about that?
Well, they'd tear you down. He never come back again.
Did you have some success? Did you have some wins?
Oh yeah. Now and again. Had a bunch of them down that one on the side hill. My first car, I run a heavy Buick, and that was good in that bottom end. That hole in them other guys, them Fords and Chevys and later cars, they were. And I had to steam get back up the other side too. That was I had a lot of fun down there. We both did. I remember the women, and then every now and again we'd have a demolition derby. Come on. That was the tail end of it, because it'd make a mess of the whole. We get it cleaned up, the junk kicking around. I got bumped and rolled right over one time and let right back on the wheels, and God, it felt all right, so I never even left the race. One time down there, a guy banged me and spun me out, and over she went. And
you went over the bank?
No, rolled right on the track.
Oh my God.
Come right back on the wheels and She didn't mess the steering up or so I stayed right out there. And
What number were you?
47.
Any reason for the number?
That was the year of the Buick, the first one.
Did you make any money?
No, you don't. Nobody makes money racing. Nobody.
Did you guys party at the track, or did you socialize?
Well, who gave you that idea now?
Just a guess.
We all had to be at work next day, and some nights it'd be midnight before you'd decide to get home, get some sleep.
Drive your car to the racetrack?
Well, yeah. Only from here to them boxes way up there.
Yep.
We both did. Drive them home. No DWI back then, but up the highway we'd go with them. Sucker sticks with a number on them.
Is that right?
That's how you got your starting spots. None of this putting a hot guy in the front all the time. That don't make any sense. Worked all his life. He liked mechanic work. He's always done mechanic work.
And he raced awfuls also?
Yeah, yeah.
Did anybody else in his family race?
Well, cousins.
Okay.
Bob and Jeff Van Arsdale and
So Heil Van Arsdale, my memory, and I'm 66. I remember seeing him drive at State Line a checker cab.
yeah.
What possessed him to drive a checker?
It was just a cab. The whole rest of it was Chevy.
Oh, is that right?
Front end, engine, everything was Chevy.
So it was for show.
But yeah. But the cab was checker cab. It was something for the announcer to talk about. Well, he got the idea the last year of getting these more expensive cars from these other tracks, come over and see if, well, he was taking from what we was making him, what he had going, and to get them to come, and we all told him, you're not going to draw that kind of a crowd up here to pay for them fellas, having them draw, because they wouldn't draw around for nothing. Most of them are from Jamestown and all over hell anyway. Well, there's a few of them here, but... And goddamn it, he should have stayed just like he had it going. It was working good for him. Working good for everybody. And,
So how many years did he do late models?
it was just that 1 year. Oh, the one of the cars printer knocked the flagman out of the stand.
Really?
He's still alive.
Who's that?
Oh, Jim Everhart. He was our flagman, and the car hit the stand, and he's hanging out for life up there. Would I do it again? Oh, hell yeah. God, it was a lot of fun every time he's out there. It was fun.